okay, how do we get Layla more screen time? I need more Layla. I need to see more of her on my TV. And not only about her modeling journey, like she has actual like deep shit going on. She's got storylines and perspectives that we don't get from anyone else in the show, and we need to see more of it. First, we got to go back to season 3, where we start to learn a little bit more about her background, specifically through the lens of her experiences of getting her hair done by white stylists. And we see this basically framed through the perspective of what is Jessie going to think when Layla tells her that she's going to someone else who knows how to do her hair, which is kind of bizarre. And don't get me wrong, I do think Jessie handled that very well. Like, it's no fault of Jessie's that production framed it this way, and she had a very, I think, open reception to Layla coming to her and was like, absolutely, go see someone who you're comfortable with and who knows what they're doing with your hair. And also, like, can I see what they did so that I can understand and like maybe educate myself on the specifics of what you need. But like, even though I think that Jessie handled that well, I don't necessarily care about her specific experience in that instance. I care about Layla's experience, and I care about what specifically her life looks like as a Black woman in this very white, very historically suppressive community. And if they're going to keep pushing kind of like the limits of Mormonism and the limits of this very kind of like strict and controlling religion against women in a lot of ways, they should also be going deeper into like the intersectionality within those experiences. Like the experiences of Jessie and Taylor and Whitney and Macy and all the rest as white women are very different than the experiences of Layla as a Black woman within this community. The intersectional aspect of it is not being explored enough, and I feel like there are stories worth telling here. And then secondly, season 4, we get this very quick realization at the very end that she's been struggling with an eating disorder. And it just felt like such a throwaway. Like, I wanted more of that. I want to see her experience. I want to know how she's doing with all that. Like, yeah, the drama of all the relationships between the husbands and wives and the divorces, XYZ, is fun to watch. And like, not to compare anyone's trauma or be like, oh, your experience is worse than this one, XYZ. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Everyone has their issues, but like, these are real issues. So like, these are like deep issues that a lot of people experience, that I think representation of them on television, specifically from Layla as a marginalized person within a very white community who's struggling with things that the other women don't and won't ever experience, is really important to show. Those things are the things that we need to be talking more about. And I just want her on my screen more. I want to know how she's doing. I want to know everything about her life, if she wants to share it, obviously. But there's a lot of depth to her and a lot of unique experiences that need to be brought to the forefront. And I think it's a missed opportunity on the part of Hulu, Disney, whatever, that they are not focusing more on her actual like big picture struggles and giving more attention to some of the more kind of like toxic behaviors that are going on with other cast members.